Well, you may think your baby's only superpowers include turning you into a sleep-deprived zombie and knocking you unconscious with their stinky diapers. The truth is, your bundle of joy is packing some serious skills that are more than worthy of typed in a cape. Although many of these extraordinary abilities are short-lived, it shows how truly powerful babies can be, even if they can't walk, talk, or do anything on their own. From being able to read the minds of humans and canines, to seeing things adults can't, to using powers of persuasion to make you love and care for them forever. Here are the coolest superpowers all kids are born with. If you're under the powers of a super baby right now, click the red button once to tell us you're okay. Even if you're not being mind-controlled by an infant, it's a good idea to press the button anyways. You never know when you'll come across a video about 10 ways to survive a super baby takeover. Just saying. Mind control. There's a reason babies are so darn cute and irresistible. Genetic traits aside, those chubby cheeks and big doe-eyed looks are to manipulate parents into loving and taking care of these otherwise helpless, whiny pooping machines. This is according to a study conducted by a team of Chinese and Canadian psychologists. Even a baby's head gives off certain addicting pheromones that women and strangers can't resist. Researchers say that these powers of cuteness are to completely distract us from the poopy diapers, projectile vomit, and other unpleasant things babies do, so that we give them the attention and care they need to survive. That is until they turn 4.5, when their cuteness factor apparently drops. But by then they no longer need to survive on good looks because we've already grown attached to the little buggers. That buys them at least another 14 years, if not more, of home-cooked meals, shelter, and financial security. Man, babies really are geniuses. Parents may think they're molding the minds of their precious newborns and teaching them lifelong abilities, but in reality, babies already come pre-programmed with a very particular set of super skills that not even Liam Neeson can compete with. Dog whisperers. Just when you thought you were badass for teaching your dog how to play dead and speak on command, turns out your baby has been actually communicating with Fido all along. Well, sort of. Researchers have found that at just 6 months old, babies can understand a dog's bark and decipher what the various barks mean. Infants in the study were able to easily match the sound of a growl to a photo of a dog with a threatening stance, or the excited bark of a happy hound. And they got it right on the first try. Long before babies master speech, they navigate their world through emotion and are able to recognize and respond to the tone of what's going on around them. So next time you see your little one playing and laughing with Spot in the corner, pay close attention, because they may just be plotting baby's escape from the playpen. Defenders of justice. Turns out that your little bundle of joy is more likely to be a superhero rather than a supervillain. Being able to tell the difference between good and bad behaviors is something babies are born with, and research shows that children prefer to side with the good guys. When babies were presented with a number of different scenarios involving both helper and hinderer characters, more often than not, the baby chose the helper figure as the one they liked the best. Not only that, but babies as young as 6 months old already make moral judgments and enjoy seeing the bad guys get punished. So parents, rest assured, while your rambunctious rugrat is born to be wild, he or she is born to be good too. That is until the teenage years hit and rebellion and peer pressure corrupt their good morals. Good luck with that. Aqua babies. If you're familiar with the baby underwater cover shot that appears on Nirvana's iconic Nevermind album, you've already seen this remarkable superpower in action. Up until 6 months of age, babies have the natural ability to close their windpipe and open their eyes underwater. Known as the diving reflex or bradycardic response, an infant can instinctively hold its breath while submerged in water, and at the same time slow its heart rate, helping to conserve oxygen and allow blood to circulate primarily between the most vital organs, the lungs, heart, and brain. The same biological reflex is also what allows babies to swallow and breathe simultaneously while breastfeeding. But don't go tossing your little ones into the pool expecting them to swim laps. Babies can't actually swim on their own, nor are they old enough to intentionally hold their breath or keep their heads above water. Not even if you dangle a $1 bill in front of their faces. Super healing. As we speak, there are tiny fetuses all over the world protecting their mother using remarkable healing abilities that would make Wolverine jealous. According to a study conducted on mice, if a fetus senses that one of its mother's organs is in trouble, it will send its cells to help repair the damage, thereby ensuring its own survival. There is an abundance of research that suggests similar phenomena could appear in humans. Science has already found evidence that even after a baby is born, some of its cells continue to hang out in its mother's body, helping to heal it. The process is called fetal microchimerism and has been linked to a reduced risk of rheumatoid arthritis and breast cancer. Fetal cells have also been found in C-section scars, suggesting the fetus could be helping the mother recover after birth by repairing wounds. So the next time your mom pulls the "I gave you life" card, you can one-up her and say that you're basically saving her life on the daily. Mega minds. As new parents struggle to keep their brain cells from dying off with every cumulative hour of sleep deprivation, their pint-sized progenies are literally growing smarter daily. Turns out, infants have very powerful brains with around 15,000 synapses per neuron. That's 3 times as much as an adult in his prime. Just days after birth, babies can recognize familiar faces, smells, and sounds. They begin displaying simple emotions and then more complex ones by 2 months. And by 6 months of age, scientists say babies can recognize all the sounds that make up every language in the world. All these things your child accomplishes and the momentous leaps his brain has to take to get there in such a short period of time pretty much makes your baby a giant genius by nature. Mutant metabolism. Don't be fooled. Behind those adorable pudgy faces and chubby little legs are lean, mean, fat-burning machines. Babies are born with something called brown adipose tissue, or brown fat, that helps them burn up regular fat at an incredible rate. Adults have it too, but babies have it in greater supply. Unlike the annoying white fat responsible for that muffin top and arms that continue to wave goodbye long after your hand is stopped, brown fat is specifically designed to take in calories and burn them for heat. This helps babies keep themselves warm and maintain their body's core temperature, while adults would kill for just 3 ounces of this super tissue, which would be enough to burn 400 to 500 calories of white fat a day, or 10 pounds a year. Our babies remain blissfully unaware that their cute little bottoms are sitting on top of a fat-busting gold mine. Bionic hearing. Unlike adults who only hear what they want to, babies don't discriminate and hear all frequencies simultaneously. This once was a valuable skill for our ancient ancestors in the wild, to be able to hear predatory animals approaching. Although the only animals a suburban baby is likely to encounter are the family dog and a stuffed teddy bear, the heightened hearing does, however, help babies respond to unexpected sounds, even ones an adult wouldn't be able to pick up on. As we grow up, we prioritize certain sounds and ignore others that our brain deems as not essential. But to a baby's ear, every sound is important and equally audible. Studies have also found that at just a few days old, human babies can tell the difference between their native tongue and a foreign language. Supervision. When babies are just 3 to 4 months old, they can pick out image differences in photos like colors and objects that adults can't. They can also spot the subtle differences in monkey faces. Okay, so not as impressive as an infant who can shoot laser beams from his eyes like Jack from The Incredibles, but it's a skill we only possess for a short time in our first year of life, until our survival instincts kick in. As we grow older, we're able to identify important objects as being the same, even in different environments and under different lighting conditions, known as perceptual constancy. It's an evolutionary trait that basically allows our brains to recognize that even if our friend suddenly steps into the shade, they don't magically turn into a completely different shadow person. Sadly, our super sight disappears after about 5 months of age, forever leaving us struggling to find Waldo and solve optical illusion puzzles. Telepathy. Not only can your baby tell you're lying when you put those Brussels sprouts to your lips and say, as if they were a chocolate fudge brownie, but your child can also read your mind. Researchers found that babies as young as 1 year old show an incredible ability to predict the outcome of another person's actions. Previously, scientists thought this type of mind-reading ability showed up in children much later, around the age of 4. But studies suggest that babies are very aware of people's emotions and body language, and with the help of their own motor system, they're able to figure out what people are thinking. This means you're gonna have to try a little harder than spinach airplanes and reverse psychology to outsmart these Professor Xaviers. We hope you were taken by this video. There's more fun and weird content where that came from, so make sure to subscribe to get your daily fix of things for watching.